Hello, Professor. Here is our work on the topic of uh, dissecting and critiquing impact of reduced working hours on urban economic dynamics by Beijing Park and Jun Cho from Applied Economics Scopus 1. Will be presenting with this presentation with Arnur and I will be presenting. Sorry. The first things first. Our goal today is to summarize this paper, data and findings, and then to critically evaluate it according to your presentation guidelines. So the paper analysis how the South Korea 52-hour work week policy introduced to improve the work-life balance affected urban economic activity, especially population mobility within Seoul. Our critique follows 6 components: research question, key concepts and assumptions, hypothesis, data and measurement, results and discussion, critique and policy implementation. So then, the study, the research question is how has South Korea uniformly applied 52-hour work week policy affected the regional economic activity, particularly population mobility patterns in urban area? So let's start from the strengths. The question is specific and grounded in a real policy context. It defines a gap while earlier studies focused on workers' well-being or productivity. This one studies urban effects. However, the weakness of this research question is that the causal mechanism, how shorter working hours translate into level changes, isn't clearly explained. The puzzle could have been framed more sharply, like why would the policy improving life balance reduce the urban activity? This would make the introduction and the next one is key concept and definitions of this work. So the studies uses 3 main concepts. They are legal 52-hour work, de facto population, number of people present, proxy activity. The proxy activity is the number of people physically present in an area at a given time, derived from LTE data, and the economic activity nice as the level of mobility in urban districts. So critique for this part is that definitions are mostly clear, especially de facto population. However, the link between mobility and economic activity is weak. Movement doesn't always equal to spending or productivity. People could more move without engaging in economic transactions. The author also used urban vitality, economic engagement, and mobility interchangeably, creating the slight conceptual inconsistency. And the next one is assumption and literature. The research is built on 3 main assumptions: reduced working hours, more leisure time, altered daily mobility patterns. Second one is population movement approximates economic activity. The 52-hour rule had a uniform effect across the districts. So the literature review evaluation would be the literature base is solid, referring to OECD reports and studies by Hammermesh and other authors. It supports the idea that reduced hours affect consumption and mobility, but the author omit alternative explanation, for instance, digital consumption or cultural trends that may also affect on evening activities of the city. They assume that all workers were affected similarly, although in reality enforcement was gradual and varied from firm to firm. This weakens the causal argument. So the next one would be hypothesis. The paper's hypotheses aren't formally listed, but they can be inferred. Reduced working hours, lower evening population in business districts. The effect is stronger in large firms areas. The effect intensifies during the enforcement periods. Then evaluation of this part would be that these are clear, logical, and testable, but they remain implicit. The paper would be stronger with explicit hypothesis statement. Also, the author could test the weekend compensation hypothesis, whether leisure activities simply shifted to weekends. So next we'll be continuing by Arnur. Please, Arnur.
Hello. We will start regarding the methodology. Moving to the methodology, the study uses a strong innovative dataset, high frequency LTD basis mobility data from Seoul by the time period 2017 and 2019, covering 424 districts. Their analysis uses clustering and robust fixed effects regression. Our primary critique here is the lack of an external control group, a significant limitation for pure causal inference as the policy was applied nationally. Please, next. Yeah, regarding the results, the core result is a 3% increase in evening outflow by the time period from 5 to 9 p.m. from business districts. This effect was strongest in large firm regions and only significant under legal enforcement, which strongly supports a policy-driven effect. The interpretation highlights an improved work-life balance but acknowledges a simultaneous reduced evening economy in urban centers. Please, next. Yeah, operationalization data, the choice to use mobility as a proxy for economy activity is innovative but indirect. While the 2019 to 2017 pre-COVID timeframe is a good baseline, the coverage is limited to Seoul only and excludes the informal sector, which limits its national generalizability. Please, next slide. Yeah, the strength of the paper summarizes by the clear policy relevance, the use of an innovative dataset and a balanced interpretation of the outcomes and its overall strong methodology. Please, next. Yeah, the weaknesses here, the key weakness is as no experimental control and proxy being an indirect measure, the lack of worker level data, and the limited generalization beyond Seoul. Please, next. Regarding the policy implications, the finding that uniform caps can suppress urban activity suggests that policy should shift. We recommend adopting flexible, region-specific work systems, actively encouraging flex time and staggered shifts, and decentralizing labor management to the local level to better balance work-life gains with economic vitality. Please, next. Regarding the evaluation summary, in conclusion, the paper scores excellently. Research clarity, data, and methods 5 from 5. Regarding the concepts and validity, it's 4 from 5. And overall grade is A-, recognizing it is an excellent, high-quality study with conceptual limitations that are important to note. Please, next.
So we are moving to the Q&A session. We didn't know how to do this part because we don't know what could be asked in the class, but we've asked our group mates to write the questions and they provided these questions. Why did the author focus on urban areas instead of looking at the whole country? And answer for this question would be that they focused on urban areas because reliable de facto population data from mobile phone signals was only available for Seoul city. Cities also show the clearest shift in after work mobility and economic activity from the shorter hours. And for the next question was what approach did the author use to make sure the changes they see are really caused by the shorter working hours? So the answer for this question from our side would be to ensure the changes were truly caused by 52-hour policy. The author used the fixed effects regression model, comparing each district mobility before and after reform while controlling for time invariant and the monthly effects, isolating the policy impact from other factors.
Yeah, thank you for your attention.
It was nice to present you, but however, in this way, not in the classroom. So thank you for your attention, for your time and patience. See you during the class. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Так, теперь нужно отключить. Как отключить? Так, где у меня управление? Сейчас, секундочку. У меня тут это управление потерялось.